Hey, everybody. Welcome aboard. We are Facebook Live here. It's Mickey.
Hey, I'm Gianni. What's going on, guys?
And we're having a great time. We just came off a very, very impressive win at CQ Arena. Blast came out strong. What was the final?
14-5 versus Orlando.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Vinny Dantes, 4 goals. The scoring was all spread out. William Vanzella played a great game in the goal. He had numerous amazing saves. Like he really played a strong game. I mean, one of those games where you have a huge lead. You still got to play 60 minutes. And William made some fantastic saves.
No, he's an incredible goalie. Yeah. I mean, it's the pace of that game is so much faster than I ever remember it. Yeah. And with the quality of players that are playing now, the striking ability.
And the smaller field, too.
Smaller field.
So much quicker, so much faster.
He's amazing.
And the Blast started off 5 goals in the first quarter, made a huge, huge difference. I mean, that game was, I don't want to say, because in the indoor game, especially in that small field, we've seen some big leads blown. And the Blast just kept going and going. We put 4 or 5 more up in the second quarter. So, and it was well spread out with goals. I mean, Tony had a few, Rayleigh had 1, Sam had 1. So we had guys that were all spread out. Kalu, Mo, they all played. I mean, everyone played a solid game. I was talking to Coach Danny Kelly yesterday. He was real happy, with how everything looked.
Oh, no question. No question.
Those are the kind of games that, it can build, because we got Utica this Saturday. And this Saturday night, Utica is always such a strong team. It's becoming one of our main rivals. And we're going to see them again in the playoffs. So games like Orlando that we played Saturday, those are the kind of games that we should be playing well, playing strong to get ready for, the Utica game Saturday.
There's no doubt about that. And, one of the other things that's always, I thought, had flipped me out is like when you take a team like Utica, who it's not a big city.
No.
It's, I'd be impressed if how many people knew where it was. I don't mean to be insulting. I don't mean to be insulting. And it's not like Baltimore's a top 10 city, And
the thing is, Utica's got such a strong, well-coached, well-run team.
Yeah.
But when you say Utica, you're not thinking of Milwaukee, San Diego, Utica,
even St. Louis, Dallas.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are, Utica is one of the top teams in the league. Ryan Hall has done an amazing job.
Yeah.
Tommy Tanner has done a great job. They have, their leadership strong, their roster is strong. They have some new additions, and every game is a battle. I mean, every single game. They come down here. They've adapted well to the small field, so they understand the game. They're, like I said, Ryan and Tommy have put together a group. They were strong in Syracuse. They started building up.
Yeah.
When they got to Utica, I mean, it just they put butts in the seats. Everything they do production-wise is fantastic, and they become such a great, great rival that the games are exciting. You don't know what's going to happen.
No, you're right. And, we're getting some comments. I want to say hello to Steve D'Annunzio, season ticket holder. Namaste, Mike. And Christine makes a great point. We tried something different with the gong this weekend, put it up high. We're going to get it. We tried our best. It's a learning curve. And we're going to.
You know what did work?
What's that?
SpongeBob.
It always works.
That arena and the best part is when you see there's a certain person in the crowd who loves SpongeBob, and he dances the whole time.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
And
that person is our fearless owner, Ed Hale.
Right. Ed loves SpongeBob.
Which freaks me out a little bit because that's the guy that signs the checks.
So whoever doesn't like SpongeBob, you can kind of blame me because I play it, but you can blame
I totally blame you.
Because Ed loves it.
Yeah, I blame you 100%. But some things I want to talk about. We got a game this Saturday night, 6:05. God, time screwing me up. Yeah. 6:05 against Utica, probably toughest team in the league.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
and I don't mean just skill wise. I mean tough. These dudes.
They're some big boys.
Yeah.
They had a real tough game against Harrisburg on Sunday.
Yeah.
They had a little bit of a skirmish afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But both coaches, got it out.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Like I said, Utica's very, very good. We're going to see them at the end of the season. There is
no doubt
about it.
Yeah, it's probably going to come down to us and them.
Hey, look, there's my buddy Scott Mitchell.
Scott, everybody blames Gianni. I could not agree with you more, Scott. While we're talking here, please, if anybody
he's an Eagles fan. He was pouting all last night.
Oh, I bet he was. By the way, if anyone has any questions for Gianni and I, feel free to ask. Once again, just want to remind everybody, this is normally your host of the Unofficial Blast webcast. New one coming out within the week. We're hoping to have both coaches Danny Kelly and David Bascom on, just working on schedules and stuff. But we'd like to get in touch with everybody. Now, check this out. You know me. I'm a guy that likes, Gianni, I like to ask for forgiveness and not permission.
That's a good rule.
And it's worked well for me my whole career, pretty much. I've never really been fired
like how
from
you
anything.
add pretty much in there.
It's
pretty much.
A couple times I've gotten myself in a little trouble. But if anybody has any questions about anything, feel free to ask. But sometime during this broadcast, we are going to give away one single $50 front row seat to a game.
I would like to sit in the seats one time. I've never sat. It's
I
been
never
5
have
years.
either.
I mean,
Sometimes I go up because I have seats.
Yeah.
And I'll go up just for a minute to get off my feet.
Yeah.
Because I'm running through the arena the whole time.
One seat again. We sold it last time, and
Yeah.
we sold it quick.
Yeah.
But it's front row.
Yeah.
And you're in the middle of some season ticket holders.
Oh, yeah. You definitely are.
No,
You're in
great.
between two couples that have season tickets. So it's just a single ticket for our Lonely Hearts Club fans. But you know what? It could be a lot of fun and could be something that really you could meet the love of your life. I'm trying to think of the girl's name that won it last time.
We should play the
I
dating
met
game.
her.
We should do like a dating
Dan.
game. Oh, there's the ticket right here.
The ticket
Bring a
right
ticket.
here. Dan, what was the girl's name that won the first game? Carla Twig. Carla Twig. Now look, this, I don't know if this comes up backwards on this. No, it doesn't.
No, I think that's all right.
So there it is right there. This ticket right here is yours. Look, we're not
$50.
lying. I got to do it backwards. $50 right there. We're not making it up. And we'll figure out a way to give that away in a little bit.
But if you don't come out, I know everyone's got holiday parties this Saturday, but if you don't come out to see a Utica Blast game, you're really missing out. It is absolutely the guys play hard. It's high scoring. It's a very physical, it's the kind of soccer, if you're a soccer fan, the physicality of the game, the speed of the game, you're not going to find a better team coming in here than Utica and the Blast.
Agreed.
I'm telling you, it's a heated rivalry. The guys respect each other, but it's kind of like, Ravens Steelers. When you get on the field, they're just going to, they hit each other hard. And this is how it's going to be Saturday night. So if you don't have a ticket for it, you need to come out and check this out because it is the last time until the playoffs that Utica's here, which is kind of weird too.
Oh, yeah.
We're playing them 4 times this year, and all 4 times. I think we go there December 29th, and then we're done with them.
Yeah,
that's it
until playoffs. Yeah.
So you have to come out and see them this Saturday.
Johnny, let's change gears for a second. I mean, we love to talk about the Blast, obviously, all things Blast all the time. But this weekend for me was a big deal. I don't know if you care, but Manchester United beat Manchester City.
Yeah.
Which to me is like, anybody that knows me knows how much I love Manchester United. They know. And I know that to me, it's the greatest team in the world next to the Blast. And I just want to gloat for a second that Manchester United beat Manchester City.
And Manchester United has struggled.
They're struggling.
Oh, man.
They won 2 in a row, though. They beat Tottenham, and now they've beaten
and you look
Man
at Tottenham.
City.
Tottenham is not the Tottenham that we know.
No, they've been playing down.
They haven't changed their roster in 3-4 years. And, while it's worked for a long time, it's not working anymore.
Well, they just did the biggest change they could do, and that's their coach.
Oh, yeah, they fired the coach.
And they brought the special one in, and we'll see how he does. Man United beat them, which I thought was great.
Yeah. I'm a big Juventus fan. I enjoy English Premier League.
Yeah.
Leicester City's looking really, really strong.
I root for Leicester. I do.
Absolutely. The team I'm disappointed in is the Wolves because I really thought the Wolves would be a top 8 team, and they're not playing well in the English Premier League. Juventus, though, is look. We got a Man U fan on joining us right now.
Is that who I think it is?
It is Mr. Hoxie.
Yeah, Mr. Hoxie. By the way, maybe the largest soccer player with that kind of skill I've ever seen in my life.
He is a very, very. Here's the thing.
He looks like a tight end for the Ravens.
He does.
He's a great dude, though. Yeah. We've spoken 3 words to each other, and I've enjoyed those 3 words, Mr. Hoxie.
He actually, I don't know if you noticed or not, but Hoxie he has his own business where he takes drones. And he'll film
and he kills terrorists.
No, that's Ed.
I want to work for you, Andrew. I want to work for Andrew Hoxie if he's killing terrorists. No,
but he has his own drone company, and he'll
film stuff.
Oh yeah,
really?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the thing is, he's so tall, he doesn't have to climb up on anything. He just holds the drone up.
Exactly.
Right over.
And the mustache. Can we just 50 million ways to die in the South? Or the West.
You and I could sit here.
I could not grow a mustache. See, you can grow facial hair. I can't. I'm telling you, I try to grow facial hair. I look like I have lupus or whatever makes that. But I'm horrible. I cannot grow it. This is like 3 days, dude. Look, if you can get close, I don't know. Like that's 3 days since I've shaved. It's horrible. I hate it. But say something about Hoxie real quick, if you don't mind. It really is rare to see a guy that kind of size, with that kind of grace on the ball. Yeah. And
he gets beat up in those corners, man. Because
I don't know how much he's getting beat up.
He gets beat up. Andrew, do you get beat up? Come on, man.
No, I mean I think he takes some shots, but he's a strong.
He is. But I see him.
I'm not running into that guy.
I see him battling in that corner, and it takes 2-3 guys to get that ball away from him. He does take a beating because he's almost like that point man, the target guy. Yeah. His size, and he's going to get whacked.
And he's like suspiciously fast, not secretly fast. Yeah. You look at him and you don't think he's running that fast because his strides are so. But then all of a sudden you're like, that little Brazilian guy can't catch him. Like that's pretty crazy, And I'm a big fan of Hoxie. I really am.
So I think we need to take this time right now. I'm going to speak as a Ravens season ticket holder.
Okay.
We have a game against Sonora, Mexico on January 20th. It was January 19th.
Yes. And the important thing about that is anybody that follows professional sports would realize that could end up being the AFC Championship game.
Right.
So we made an executive decision here, which was why compete. We all want to watch the Ravens game.
If they're home, let's just say we don't move the game, and the Ravens are home in the AFC Championship game, you're going to have to sing celebration every time they score because I'm going to be sitting in section 530.
Right. Who
watching the Ravens game.
That's not a dig at the Blast in any way.
No, not at all.
But I think even every Blast player would admit that, in today's world, you're not going to compete against the NFL, especially in the AFC Championship game.
And we had to do it now. Here's the thing: if we don't do it now, and we've seen some fans on Facebook complain.
Sure.
They're upset about it, which is fine, and you can't please everybody. We know that. But and we feel bad that we had to move it, but we moved it to a date where majority of people are off. And I know people say, "Oh, I'm not off," and we're sorry about that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, if we waited to see if they win the week before.
Yeah, then we got a week and a half to try to pull this off.
It's not a half.
Yeah, it's a week.
It's a week.
Right.
Plus, we're playing Sonora. We're not playing Harrisburg.
Right.
We're playing a team from Mexico.
Right.
They're coming from Mexico.
And they don't celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which I'm just saying they don't. That's not a national holiday in Mexico, by the way, and that's not an insult. I'm just simply putting that out there. All right? I'm sure they have a Juan Valdez. No, he was Brazilian or whatever, wasn't he, or Colombian? My point is, it's a good thing because why is that bad? Now you're making me feel bad. I'm pretty sure the Mexican country does not celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That's our guy. We don't steal their heroes, right?
No,
we don't steal their heroes.
No, wait, we do celebrate Cinco de Mayo, though.
That's not. It's just a battle of Pueblo.
I'm just telling you, we borrow some of their stuff.
We don't borrow. We celebrate.
Okay, that's good.
But does anyone really celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day? Isn't it a day of remembrance?
It is.
It's not really a celebration day.
And our plan is we want to reach out to kids and schools. I mean, we want to make it a celebration of that day.
2 PM, you're off school. Tell mom.
Yep.
Load a bunch of you dirtballs in that minivan. Get to Towson. Come in. It's a wonderful, safe environment. I take my kids. You see them running around the arena, doing anything they want. It's a great time. And we thought, you know what? It's a day off school. Let's give the kids something to do in the middle of January.
If we would have kept it that Sunday at 5:00, the AFC Championship game could either be 3:30 or 6:40.
Yeah.
So you'd have tens and tens of people sitting in the CQ Arena watching.
I don't think you'd have that many.
Probably not.
Whoever the wives were.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You'd have the wives and kids.
We are broadcasters on YouTube.
I would have quit.
Paul Mittermeier works. He works.
Yeah.
Raven games. We even have someone like Dan, our ticket guy. He works down at the stadium.
Yeah.
Our staff have tickets. I mean, look.
You're getting too technical.
Yeah,
let me put it into perspective for you, Gianni. You're a mom or a dad. Your kids are off school that day. Now you got to figure, what am I going to do with them? Oh my God. Like I said, get these little dirt merchants, pack them in whatever kind of vehicle carries them around town, and drive straight to Towson.
Yeah.
and watch professional soccer.
Hang out with these dirt balls.
Yeah, hang out with the two biggest dirt balls involved in the blast.
That's right.
So that's going to be the game that was against Sonora on the 19th of January,
right,
in honor and in response to an incredible Ravens season. We are assuming they're going to be there. So we don't want to compete, and we don't want the fans to have to choose. Not that there really would be a choice anyway.
And God forbid, we hope they don't lose. But if they do lose, then someone's going to say, "Oh, you should have waited." You can't.
Yeah, it's our fault.
You can't wait 6 days to change it. You have to talk to the arena. The Sonora owners were fantastic doing this.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay, so my buddy Scott's an Eagles fan. Gary Santhours, our PA guy, is also the PA guy for the Eagles.
Right.
It is highly unlikely he'll be working the NFC Championship game that day if you watched that Monday Night Football game last night with Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Go back to work, Mitchell. Go back to work. But anyway, so you have a week. If they lose, the Sonora owners have been great. The Towson Arena has been great. Our owner has worked really hard to move this. The commissioner of the league has been fantastic.
I mean, it's an international situation we're dealing with.
They're playing in Harrisburg Saturday night. We can't flip-flop games. We don't want to start earlier because people are going to be in a mindset of football no matter what.
Yeah.
Even last year when the Ravens didn't make the AFC Championship.
I'm going to say it right now. I might get in trouble for this.
Go ahead.
If the Ravens win on the 19th, the blast will have not official because it's not official. I'm calling it. Mickey Coachella has an official way to go Ravens blast game the next day. Wear your purple. Don't even wear the blast colors. If we win that day, everybody wear purple. And the town will be purple. We'll be on fire. We'll be so excited. I'm going to see if we can get a purple ball to play the game with. How awesome would that be?
That would be actually really cool. That would be really cool.
Whose idea was it, Gianni, since you like to take all my ideas, claim them like you did with the cheerleaders?
No.
Whatever. You did. The jackets were my idea.
No, they weren't. You were
bullshit, and you stole them. You stole my idea.
So here's
getting the cheerleaders' jackets was my idea. I'm at the game Saturday night. Guess what I hear from Liz, the head cheerleader? Oh, Gianni got his jackets. I go, oh, he did he? And I didn't even sell you out, did I? I went,
you tried.
No, not just to you. Just to you.
So here's the thing. The cheerleaders have worked hard for years.
They're awesome.
I mean, they don't get paid. They don't get anything. Liz, our fearless leader, is amazing. She does a great job. The girls are fantastic. They've never gotten anything. So we went to the office one day and we said to Ed, we need to do something for these girls. Liz and I went to the team store one night. She's like, oh, these jackets were hanging.
Yeah.
She goes, what are those jackets like? So I talked to, Paul Cram and Mark, who help, do all the stuff, all the merchandise, and they helped us out and got the jackets for them. The girls received their jackets Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. My name has yet to come up in this story.
Mickey helped.
You're so whatever. The point is, I'm happy that the cheerleaders got whatever. Yeah. I am a big fan. Now, going back to the date in January, the Martin Luther, I have an idea too, and this is not to mock. This is in sheer
This is actually a very good idea.
For a living, I'm a communicator, right? I speak in public. I'm a comedian. I just set myself up for tons of, you're no comedian, buddy. But the point is, one of my favorite things ever is the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech. I think it's one of the greatest oratory moments.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In the history of mankind. And I had an idea, I had a dream, so to speak, to take some kids from schools, elementary schools,
have them recite it,
and have them read parts of it before the game or at halftime or something to honor Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yeah, because we want to make sure we honor the day. Yes,
of course.
We have to move it, but we want to make it something where the school kids can come out, and use it as a day to learn and enjoy stuff. A lot of teams in the league do Martin Luther King Day games. They do school day games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is something that we're doing. The reason we've explained why we're doing it, it's not going to make everybody happy. I know season ticket holders aren't happy, but we want to make this an experience that, we get a nice crowd. We celebrate the Ravens. We hope the Ravens do well, and then we honor, the MLK Day.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think it's a great. I'm dead serious about this, and I'm going to look into it. I don't know who to call. I'm going to call the head of the schools, I guess, right? Isn't that who you call if you want an answer?
I'm sure.
Don't act like you know. Don't act like you know.
Here's the thing. I was always in trouble in school, so
Me too.
I'm not the best guy to reach out and say, oh, hey, you want to do this? But
yeah, no, I hear you. But I do think it's a neat idea. I think it would be moving. I think press would cover that.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't believe the press doesn't cover this show. It's the best thing on Facebook TV or whatever it is called.
Without us right now, everybody would be bored at work.
Yeah, I think most people are still bored at work. They're just laughing.
Just laughing at us.
Anybody have any questions? Please feel free.
Let's talk about some of the other things that we got to.
Oh, also, I just want to say, if you'd like, I don't know how much of a delay there is, but you could call us at 443-858-6394. That's 443-858-6394. If you have any questions, and we could take your call live right here if you want to know anything. I'll put the number up here for those wondering how to get a hold of us.
I'm glad you put your phone number up there.
What's that?
So I'm glad you put your number up there.
Why? I'm not afraid. What's the worst that's going to happen? Somebody calls me at 3 a.m. Hey, dude, what's up? And I literally go like this. Nothing, dude. I'm sleeping. Click. So 443-858-6394. If anybody wants to.
Can we tell them who we talked to in a meeting this morning that we're hoping we can get
Okay,
out
so big deal.
This is a very big deal.
Anybody is interested. So if you've been a lifelong Blast fan, there's a couple of names that need really no introduction or explanation. Number one, I would say guys like Timmy Whitman.
Tim Whitman, yep. Keith Van Aaron.
Yep. Mike Stankovic. Stan Stamenkovic.
Yep. Joey Fink.
Guys
like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just legends of the game. One guy in particular oversaw a lot of that, and that was the great Kenny Cooper.
Yep.
Kenny Cooper.
Hi, Stephanie.
Kenny Cooper was the head coach of the Blast in the glory days in the beginning.
1980 till, I guess he was here till like 88, 89, 90, right around. I think because he went with the Spirit, after the original MISL.
Did Ed ever employ him?
No, because I think he worked for Ed when the MISL folded. And then
when they came back, right.
Came in with the Spirit, and Kenny helped bring that team up.
Yeah.
And then Kenny, I think, did like 2-3 years. And Kenny, people don't realize this. He got the Dieters in, the Stitz.
Oh, yeah.
All these local guys. He was a big believer. A lot of things changed in the game, and he went very, very local heavy when he built the Spirit. Roberto Asensi played from Kenny. All those guys. But Mike, we had plenty of guys, local.
Yeah, we had, plenty of guys that would come out from the Baltimore area. That's right. They had done well on the east side, and we said, hey, let's give them a chance. And they, as fate would have it, they did incredible. Went all the way to the Pro Indoor League. How many guys can say that?
But anyway, we talked to Coach Cooper this morning. We're really trying hard to get Kenny to come in with us. We want to interview him, hang out with him, but we're really trying to get
Kenny Cooper in town.
Kenny Cooper here to hang out with us.
We just got a text in that says, "Is this from your basement, David Nagel?" Let me ask you something, Dave Nagel. Is your basement this banging cool? Huh? Has it got championship trophies all over it, and banners, and a gigantic conference table, and pictures of Fort McHenry? Let me show you something, David Nagel. I don't know who you think you are, but look at this. That's the actual painting from Fort McHenry, and it was painted the day after it happened. It's an original from 1978. An original 1978 painting of Fort McHenry.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
How the hell did you get all this in your basement, dude?
Yeah, this is my basement. You want to see what else is nuts in my basement? Check this out. People think I'm a little goofy anyway around here. Look, we are in the Blast headquarters right now. Look, all this is happening. You guys think that this isn't real. We're live on Facebook. I'm sorry. This is the lady that runs everything. She does everything. Here comes Gianni. He just follows me around. There's Dan, completely worthless, does nothing. Got myself again.
There's Justin.
Justin, right there. Justin is in charge of everything.
If you need group tickets,
group tickets.
That's the dude you talk to right there.
410-73 Blast.
They can't see me.
410-73 Blast.
Oh, yeah, you can talk to Dan.
Oh, yeah, you can talk to Dan, too. Dan, talk to them. Let him hear that sexy voice.
Oh, jeez.
You hear that? Come on, go ahead.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, thanks, Cookie Monster. Anyway, so check this out. We do this whenever we feel like it. Nobody bothers us or stops us. And do you know why? Because I have made a career out of doing whatever I want.
It goes back to the whole, it's better to ask for
Forgiveness
than to ask for permission.
No one ever says yes to anything.
No.
It's always this. It's what's wrong with the world now, Gianni. I'm just fixing something. You go, hey, can I go? And they go, we don't know. We're going to have to run that by.
Right.
Let's run this up HR. Run this up HR. You bunch of pansies. I'm so sick.
Way to go, Nagel. You got him so fired up,
It
man.
just drives me nuts when people say, is this in your basement? Is this in your basement? No, it's from the spaceship.
Don't forget.
Jennifer knows.
Don't forget.
We do this live from the Blast spaceship. The USS Blast.
Here's one guy that we have to talk about that nobody ever talks about. And then when I'm seeing Jen's message up there, we have to talk about Mark.
Mark who?
Mark Meseros. Come on, man.
I'm not talking about Mark. Is he here?
No, he left. He's going to practice. Let's talk about Mark for a minute.
Is that his wife?
Yes.
Okay.
If it wasn't for Mark.
I love him, by the way.
Mark handles everything for the team. He gets the locker room set up. He goes to the practice facility. He helps on the practice. The big thing he does, and people don't realize this, is the night before all of our games, Mark has his own crew, including my oldest son.
It's pretty impressive what he does.
And we're going to actually film this one night for the webcast. But Mark goes out with his crew. They start at 10 o'clock at night, the night before a game. And you fans don't know this. They work until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. They lay the turf. They get the boards.
They do everything.
The glass. Mark and his crew set up our field.
Yeah.
They break down the field. If you come to a game and you stick around, as soon as that horn blows and you see guys come onto the field, they're tearing the field down. We have trailers at the CQ Arena that you put everything in.
Right.
If it wasn't for Mark, I'm not even say a lot, most of this stuff would not happen.
No, it's true.
The players rely on him. He does everything from taking care of the practice jerseys, the socks, the shorts. He merchandise.
Here's what else amazes me. His wife handles the birthday kids.
Oh, yeah. That is.
Let me tell you something. I want to go on record as saying something, too. I don't really like kids.
Yeah. If I didn't have any of my own.
It's not that I don't like kids. I like kids at the max, like 3 or 4 at a time.
Yeah.
I love them. Did you see the field before the game Saturday?
900 kids.
941. That's 941 kids on the field.
And you know what? There weren't, the mom ratio wasn't as strong.
No, it was too many dads out there, number one. And number two, the moms that were there were so stressed out.
Yes.
It was like I couldn't even do nothing. Whatever. Not that I would have. What
were you going to do?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why do you got to stress me out? Let's go back a couple things. We have a ticket right here. Now, we're going to give this ticket away. How are we going to do it, Gianni?
I don't know. I think we should find a mom.
Single mom? Oh, you know what we could do?
What can we do?
All right, we're going to play a little game right now. This is a little game that Gianni and I would like to play. But Jennifer gets a ticket, so we can't, although she could play for someone.
While you're thinking, we were talking about Mark and Jennifer because Jennifer does the birthdays.
Yeah.
Mark also runs that. He helps with that store.
Enough about Mark.
No, we
get it. He's awesome.
We got to give Mark his
Yay,
props.
Mark.
He's got Stephanie. He's got Ash. We got girls up in that. We got girls up in that.
I wonder
store.
why I have 0 friends, and this is why.
I don't know, man. If you guys see a lump this Saturday night under the carpets, because Mark set the field up over top of him.
Well, sadly, this is one game I'm not going to be there.
Are we really sad?
Probably not.
Okay.
Fans are jumping for joy. I know one thing. You don't get this kind of show out of any of these other teams in the league.
That's true.
You get this kind of stuff. Is that the game Saturday? Let me just say, I'm reading here from my notes. We had 17 shots on goal in the third quarter. That's the show you get.
That's it.
Not us. We just turn this thing on and start talking.
Or you get the shows where the dude is like looking at the camera. The camera's below him. You can see right up his nose. He's just talking.
Yeah, that's another great one. We had a great time at the game this week. Hoping we're still working on our camera angles.
I think I think it'd be fun to talk to some of those other fans in different cities about how they do it.
How do we tag, like MASL? What's the name of that page?
The Off the Wall, MASL Off the Wall.
That's the league page?
Yep. Guy in San Diego. Greg,
what's it called? Let's see if this works.
MASL Off the Wall.
MASL.
Off the Wall.
Off the Wall. See if that'll come up.
We have our friends over in San Diego. Greg has a little webcast that he does. Utica has their mega fan, Matt Huber, who does his.
No, hold on.
I think
sorry,
Matt
John.
might do his from a basement, to be honest with you.
What we need is the fans right now. Somebody tag at AMSL Off the Wall. It won't let me do it. But maybe if a fan mentions it or a watcher, just at MASL Off the Wall and see if the link will come up. That will let them know that we're talking about them.
I think
maybe they'll join in and share it.
I think Milwaukee has a fan.
I'm just telling you this. I'll put our live casts up against anybody
and our webcast
from an entertainment standpoint. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you.
And that's not being cocky, by the way. That's being confident like any pro athlete should be.
That's right.
You know, you ask Tom Brady if he's the GOAT. What do you think he's going to say?
Oh, he's going to say yes.
He actually says no.
I would say yes.
Of course he's the greatest of all time. I hate to
He's
say
not
it.
toot his own horn. He's not going to toot his own horn.
Mike Griffith said he came across this while having lunch, and it's awesome. Or fun, he said. Is anybody going to tag at MASL Off the Wall?
I don't know if any of these fans that are on here are part of that group.
Doesn't matter. You still should be able to tag it.
You have to be part of the group.
That's what's wrong with people. You got to be in there. Everything's got to have a group now. We're all so individual. Let me ask you this. Prior to us, who was your favorite webcast podcast for the MASL?
There wasn't one.
Really?
I don't think there was. I know
we started this whole thing.
No, I know Greg in San Diego does one every Saturday.
Didn't Soccer Steve or whatever his name is?
Soccer Sam, the Rochester Lancers owner, does a radio show.
Oh, it's a real radio show.
He does a radio show.
Gotcha.
Look, Dan's
trying. Dan's standing
outside our window watching us on the laptop. Just come in and watch us.
Come in here for a second.
Jeez, that's so creepy, man.
Come on, hurry up. We're in here. God, huh? Well, it's just creepy that you're looking through the window like you're one of those polar bears at the zoo.
Hey, so if you need tickets, this is the guy you call, Dan Gill.
Yeah. By the way, if you call Dan, you saved the service charge, right?
That's right.
Yep,
there's no service charge. And look, Jennifer, you put a space between the at.
Come on.
That's Mark's wife. By the way, I'm going to break the law. This is not drugs. There's no nicotine in this. It's just to calm me down. It's got Prozac in it.
There you go, Jennifer. Now you got him smoking on air because you
I get
put a
so
space.
Crazy. I get so crazy.
Someone text Mark. Jeez whiz. Oh, there we go. Christine shared.
Thank you, Christine. I'm hoping somebody.
You had one job to do. Is Jennifer working today?
Huh? Tony Buddha joined. Great soccer guy from town. His wife's one of the greatest people of all time and one of my very first girlfriends. You might. You're too young.
Right. I'm a lot young. I'm
good Catholic high girl.
5 years younger than you.
5 years younger. You look older than me, though.
I do.
You do. That's sad.
Great, man.
Look, I look amazing next to you. Listen, we're gonna give away one. By the way, only one because we're idiots. It is section 107, row 1, seat 19. It's
for
a
$50
ticket.
6:05 against Utica.
Okay. Who needs a ticket? Who needs one single ticket? Come on, tell me. Come on. Yes, Tony, one of those blew up in my pocket. That's a whole nother story. Going to be one ticket that we give away, and it's a simple game me and Gianni want to play. We just need someone to volunteer and say they'll play. Lori, thank you. Would you like to play for one free ticket? Front row. Front row. Who wants a front row ticket by themselves? This is something that any child can be upgraded to, or any man can go and not have to sit with his wife. Or any wife could go and not have to sit with her husband.
Everyone in this webcast who's married, raise their hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I know, exactly. Now, Gianni, let's get back and recap a couple things. Number one, this Saturday night, take it away.
6:05, Utica City FC. The last time they're going to be in Baltimore until probably the playoffs. And it is a top rival of the Blast.
Hands down.
Ryan Hall, great coach. Tommy Tanner running that, owning the team, running the team, helping run the team.
Yeah.
They've done incredible work up in Utica. Great players.
Let's not get carried away. They're doing all right.
They've done pretty well.
You like to give too many people too much credit.
Well, I feel like, I think when credit is, what did
I'm sorry, my camera guy got a little goofy.
So when you got to give them credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
And Utica's a strong team. 6:05 tickets available. Come out and see us this Saturday night. Last game before the new year.
Yep.
Because we're not back at CQ until January 4th.
Very true.
We have a lot of games January and February, but we want to see a lot of people out to send the blast off. The last game of 2019, and against a great rival.
JJ Kramer joined.
JJ and I.
Are you guys the same age?
Yeah, we grew up in Overly Soccer.
Yeah.
His dad and my dad coached the travel.
Mr. Jerry.
It was the Tom and Jerry show. My dad is Tom. JJ's dad is Jerry.
Yeah.
And we had some really good teams in Overly.
Great story. JJ is a phenomenal soccer player. When we were I'm not kidding, 14, he was 8 or 9 playing with us.
Is this the basement story with the movie that I'm going to
Well, it's a living room, but I'm not going to tell that story and embarrass JJ, although he may remember the story. But his sister, one of the sweetest, greatest, Shelly, was Shelly. Oh, my God, I'm losing my mind. Both sisters are amazing.
Yes, they are.
Women. But Shelly, I had a major crush on, and we would hang out at their house. And Miss Mary, I believe, and Mr. Jerry, great people, and we would do so much stuff together. And JJ was a little kid and just ended up being an insane soccer player.
We spent all of our Saturdays and Sundays at Linover Park in Overly playing travel ball. We were one of the first teams. We used to play the Towson Monday Night League. And his dad and my dad came up with the idea of let's get warm-up suits. So you would look up at the hill and you just saw black warm-up suits, pants.
It's like jackets, a scene from the Warriors.
Yeah, right, with gold trim. And we're walking down with two lines down the hill.
Yeah.
And I can remember we'd have, as a kid, parents saying to our parents, "Oh, we lost the game watching you walk down the hill."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All you just saw was black warm-up suits.
You guys had music playing and there was no sound system there.
Right. We had some really, really good times.
It's like the Stone Cold anthem.
That's right. A lot of good times down at Linover Park.
That's awesome, man.
There's Matt Huber from Utica. He's the guy I was telling you about who does his webcast.
He's the Utica guy?
Yes.
Hey, Matt, welcome in, man. It's nice to see a fellow webcaster. I would say broadcaster, but you can't say broad anymore. Women get all pissed off.
He's a very huge Utica fan. Does a lot of good stuff with them up there.
Awesome.
Does his webcast.
Matt, we'll have to call you and get you on one time, man. Seriously. We have an incredible setup here to do this. We have a laptop. Jennifer has a guy she thinks should get the ticket. It's a guy named Mikkel Griffith. He runs a charity for families of children with cancer.
We need more than one ticket for that.
All right, Jen, you're going to get a chance to win the ticket for him. Here it is. Oh, look, he's in here. He can't even go to the game.
Okay, look, she's spaced off the wall.
It's only one ticket, Mike. We give you ticket, but it's one ticket.
You can donate to someone, Mike.
Mike, if you'd like, you can donate it. I don't know how you want to do this. Oh, my God.
I think we need to talk to Mark about Jen because, that's two mess ups now.
Peruzzi's in. We're starting to get, this thing's starting to become a real thing. And it's time people started recognizing after all this time, the Blast are back, people. This is what you don't realize. Years ago, it was the hottest thing in town. Everybody went. And along the way, whatever happened. But listen, if you were at last week's game, you understood how amazing it is again. Was Peruzzi hurt, by the way?
He had a hamstring issue.
Come on,
let me tell you, he had a hat trick.
Got a pulled hammy. The first game, he's like Pele out there.
Let me tell you a Peruzzi story real quick.
Okay.
So I DJ.
I love the guy.
I DJ weddings, corporate gigs.
Yeah.
So I did a couple Blast weddings this year.
Yeah.
Old Peruzzi comes over and he requests a song. What kind of song do you think Daniel Peruzzi would ask for?
Yes.
What kind of song do you think he'd ask?
Peruzzi?
Yeah.
He comes up to me. The Brazilian music?
No, he wanted "Faithfully" by Journey.
See if I can sing him in here. Are you serious?
I swear to God.
That's one of the greatest things I've ever heard.
Yep.
And if he doesn't get it next game, you're fired.
Peruzzi comes up. He's got a drink in his hand. He comes up and he's talking to me in his thick accent.
Oh, this was at the event.
This was at a wedding. Yes, at a wedding. Not the game. You fool. Jeez.
I thought it was at a game.
Look who joined us.
I don't know who.
Mark
Mazzeros. He's working so hard.
I know you just kind of ruined
real quick.
You just
We're going to give this ticket away to Mike Griffith. It's going to go to one of his kids, he said. If Jennifer Mazzaros can answer this question.
I think I know what the question is.
Jennifer, here is your question that you have to get right. Hold on. I'm going to text right now, Gianni, the right answer so we know it's not fake. Okay.
Got it.
You got it, right?
Got it.
Okay. Jennifer, here is your question. Who is uglier, me or Gianni? Who's uglier, me or Gianni? Jennifer, I don't know how far in delay we are, so we have to wait. Who is uglier, me or Gianni? And there's a right answer. If you get it right, Jennifer,
you get the ticket.
No, a kid with cancer gets the ticket. It's a simple question. Her answer is, damn it.
No, that's not the right answer.
It's not that there's clearly one of us is uglier than the other.
You got to figure it out.
And you have to figure it out. Can we get, what's his name still on here to play?
Matt Huber?
No.
Peruzzi. I don't know if Peruzzi's still here.
Yeah, I don't know either. But all I do know is that he's got to get that injury fixed because that rocket he hit in the first game
from the yellow line.
Oh my God. I have that in slow motion. Dan's voted. I can't say what he said yet.
Because it is the right
Jennifer.
Answer. Come on, Jennifer.
Look at Matt. How genius is Matt? Neither one is ugly. Both are handsome guys.
Matt wears a bright blue. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt. You wear a big bright
See?
blue.
She's dodging the question.
That's not the right
Jennifer,
answer,
there's
Jennifer.
a child with cancer that's going to win a free ticket if you get the right answer. Who is uglier, me or Gianni? Why is this so hard? What is wrong with
We were
people?
actually talking about doing this at the game.
Yeah, we were going to do this every game. I just don't know how it would go in the arena. I think it's too much.
I think it'd be pretty funny.
We'll try it
We get our pictures up there. But anyway, Matt, I think, wears a big blue wig. We need to wear like a red wig.
No, I'm not doing wigs. Not at 50 and hair like this, baby.
And I think if we're going to do the gong, you need to dress like Chuck Barris. Ruffled shirt, big bow tie.
All right, enough of your creative influence.
Christine's talking about her fiance Larry being ugly.
Yes, but no, we need an answer,
Come on,
Jen.
Jennifer. This ticket is sitting here waiting.
Okay, Mickey, she's saying I'm uglier, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. That is wrong answer. The correct answer was Gianni. Am I right this time?
That was, you texted it to
I
me,
text Gianni. Sorry, and I'm sorry for that kid. Jennifer, I hope you feel horrible. There was a little child that needed a good feeling, and you couldn't figure out who was uglier. Jennifer.
So sad.
That sucks. Okay, we'll give the kid the ticket anyway. We will get a hold of, who was it that did this? What was his name? Yes, Mikkel Griffith.
Yep.
We will track him down. We'll have Dan do that. And
I will give Jen her $10 for answering that.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah.
That does sound good. Well, listen, everybody, want to remind you this Saturday, Utica comes to town.
6:05.
And Matt's the guy that does the Utica?
Yeah.
Do you come to town, Matt?
He's, I think.
By the way, Matt, if you ever want to come to town and go to a game, we'll get you 2 tickets. You got to get yourself here and all that crap. But if you need tickets, you let me and Gianni know. We'll take care of it. We're going to start building a brotherhood amongst the league again and make this thing incredible because we know what we're doing. All right? The days of the unknown running this.
Hey, look, Griffith, you already got your ticket, man. You don't need to put, I guess, Gianni. You already got your ticket.
But see, Michael was right. Or Mikkel. I don't know how he says it. How would you say that name?
I would say Michael, just spelled differently.
It's like the Russian way, right?
Yeah.
We got to look into this guy. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Yes.
I think it's a Christmas movie. Do you?
Well, it came out in July.
It is Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I mean, it's a movie that has Christmas in it.
It's
And it's referenced a couple times. But
Christmas movie.
I think more. Did I ever tell you about this? Me using that as a pickup line?
No.
All right. This is the greatest story ever. With my buddy, who's a genius as well. And we're sitting down and we're both single and there's 2 girls and we're talking. And my buddy looks at me and he knows I'm actually shy around women. And he goes, he looks at me and he goes, "You all right, man?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm okay." And the one girl goes, "What's wrong?" And my buddy goes, and he just doesn't like to talk about it. And they go, "What happened?" And I go, "All right, fine." Last year, my wife and I split up and she moved to Los Angeles. And it was Christmas and she had a new job and I went out there to try to patch things up. And I went and her work was having a Christmas party. She worked for Do you remember the name?
The Nakatomi building.
Yeah, she worked in the Nakatomi building. And when a girl doesn't react right then, I know I have
to walk away.
Right? So she goes, oh, my God. And I go, yeah, when I got there, I found out, I asked for her, and I found out right then she had changed her name back to her maiden name. And we weren't even divorced yet. It was kind of hurtful. And they're like, oh, my God. And I go, yeah. So I found out what floor it was on. And as I was going up the elevator, the building was overtaken by a group of international terrorists. Dude, I do the whole movie. And these girls were just like, oh, my God. And my buddy's like,
was his name Hans Gruber?
Hans Gruber. Oh, yeah. But no, I don't think it's a Christmas movie.
I do. What is your favorite Christmas movie? I go with Griswold. And I
go with Jesus in Nazareth. How do you argue with that?
I have moose mugs at my house, and I have
Christmas Vacation's pretty phenomenal.
I have a full-size leg lamp in my front window.
By your definition of a Christmas movie, then, isn't Trading Places a Christmas movie?
I guess it could be, yeah.
That would be my favorite.
I'm a big Ralphie fan and Griswold. And if you come to my house, you'll see I'm quite the fan.
All right. So he's going on the record and calling a blast win. Wow. Matt from Utica.
What?
I think we have to screenshot this and send it to his Utica followers.
I'm friends with Ryan Hall on Facebook. I'm going to send this to him right now.
Corey thinks it's a Christmas movie. Scott thinks it's a Christmas movie. You actually got it right, Mickey, with Mikkel, but I go by Mike.
Okay.
All right. Well, all I know is this has been a blast. I want to thank everyone and tell them you're welcome, although more people are joining because it's getting to be lunch. Notice that?
Yeah, I do.
We'll stay on?
What are we doing? We have nothing to do.
Let's kick back. We're going to take questions. Please, anybody? By the way, if you'd like to call in with a question, we can get you on. All you have to do is call in, and we have a phone number that you can call, and you will be on the air with us. So if you want to do that, call this number, 443-858-6394, and you can call in with a question, and we'll answer it for you.
Has anyone that's watching us right now, have they been to CVP, Charles Village Pub, for our post-game parties? Because I don't know. They are a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't been to one yet.
There is my friend Lisa Ludwig. Lisa and I go way back to the Catholic High Curly days.
Oh, really?
Lisa grew up 2 streets away from me.
Lisa married?
Yes. Her husband is a Curly grad.
What's his name?
Chris Ludwig.
Hi, Chris.
So Lisa grew up 2 streets away from me. She went to Catholic High.
Good Catholic High girl.
Yeah, man.
I was a curly boy.
That's right.
You could time that on a sundial. Anyway, 443-858-6394. If you have questions, we'll gladly answer them because we are a wonderful broadcast company. Anybody questions, you could type them. Mike, namaste, Mike. I might be wrong, but wasn't the last game the highest scoring game in like 3 years?
Because we played Kansas City last year, and I think we put like 14 or 15 up on them too.
But did they have 5 at least? I think you might mean total.
They had like, we were winning that game 9-1, and then before you knew it was 10-9.
No kidding.
Yeah, let me look that up real quick.
No, it's not that big of a deal.
No, because now my mind, you know how I am with this.
Yeah, I know.
I need to know my blast stuff.
Jimmy Sparingberg was at CVP last year, said it was a great time.
It is a good time. They do a great job over there. Melanie and her crew. Every post game, upstairs, downstairs. Players.
Yeah, starting in January, I'll be going.
Yeah, and we're going to try to do a webcast
from one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't wait for that. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So it's a good time there.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it.
We have a question. We have to answer it now, so I have to look up the results.
Go ahead.
We can't tell him no.
Just put in highest scoring blast game.
I don't think it'll be on there. But I'll take a look.
Mm-hmm. You do your thing.
All right.
I would also like to take this time to thank our sponsors. No one. If you would like to sponsor the webcast, please feel free to call us at that number I posted, 443-858-6394. You're not going to get this kind of entertainment anywhere else.
Not at all.
I mean, this is top-notch quality comedy, soccer talk, everything else you've always wanted and everything. We're going to get players more involved in this and really have a good time with all of this stuff. How long have we been on, by the way?
Probably too long. We've been on for 30 minutes?
I think it's been longer than that. How did the Blast rank in league attendance since playing at Towson? Great question. We are in top 5 always. Some have better, some have worse. We sometimes are completely sold out.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, it was a 10-9 win against Kansas City last year.
Well, there's your answer. 19 is the most goals, and that was last year. We won 10-9. Yeah. What's the great idea, Lori? I'm not sure what the great idea was. when someone says great idea? I don't know.
And I will tell you too, since we moved to CQ Arena, and I was just telling someone this the other day, that we've had games there with 3,500 people, even 3,000 people, and it is so loud. With what we're doing, we score a big goal. We've had games downtown where we had 6,000-7,000 people in there, and it was not even close to being that loud, and it was a bigger crowd. You're right on top of the field. Yes, the field's smaller.
Yeah.
But you're right on top of it. It's more of a state-of-the-art arena. It's loud. It gets crazy in there, and the players feel, they can feel that, during the game.
Hands down.
It gets you pumped up. It makes you, they play hard hearing the crowd. I mean, we'd be playing downtown, 7,000 people, and it sounded like there was 1,000 in there.
No, you're 1,000% right.
I want to get some candy. I'll be right back.
What are you doing?
I'm getting candy.
You're just going to leave me here. Well, what kind of professional? Give me a Diet Coke from the fridge. Do that. Why don't you do something around here? My God, here's the problem with Gianni. So he's like a textbook of knowledge, and he knows everything that ever happened. Where I'm a guy that looks forward, things that are going to happen. Worthless. But if it already happened, Gianni's your guy. So if we ever do Blast History, hi, buddy. What's happening? I was just sitting here telling everybody how amazing you are.
Where are you? I might have shaken that up a little bit.
By the way, we've been on for almost an hour.
We have a whole bowl of candy here.
I know, and it's good candy, too.
Little mini Snicker.
Most goals in one game by a Blast player. That would be Joey Fink at 7.
7 goals, 1982 versus the New Jersey Rockets.
I was at the game, and I'll never forget it. It was one of the greatest things I have ever seen in my life. One of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. And didn't he score the 7th one with like 40 seconds left in the game or something?
Something like that. And there was a goalie the entire time.
Yeah.
Nobody pulled a goal.
Yeah. It was crazy. Yeah, we're eating while we're doing it. We don't care. They do have a beer garden. Namaste, Mike. Kinda. Well, they got like a place that sells beer. Now that Gianni's gone, do I really like him?
What?
Huh? Yes. I love Gianni. Is there a schedule of your webcasts? I'm in Hawaii until February and watch the Blast on YouTube and would love to watch you all as well. Jimmy, yes, it comes out like once a week. Just go to the Unofficial Blast webcast on YouTube. Unofficial Blast webcast. Can't believe there's no other questions. I thought it'd be filled up by now. Who's texting you?
Some buddies of mine asking very inappropriate questions.
Like what? It's an adult show. That question is this. I have to, because I'm a trained professional, I know how to reword that question.
Do you now?
Yeah. Have you ever gone to the bathroom so hard that it made you lightheaded? I don't know how to answer that question. Do you?
The answer is no.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. Trying to think though.
God, I gotta stop looking at my phone, dude. I put my phone all the way over there.
Well, listen, Blast fans. I would like to think that you're Mickey and Gianni fans first. Blast fans second. Of course, I'm kidding. We want David, call in if you want. 443-858-6394. I've been waiting for someone to call in. I know we can do this and pull it off.
Matt Hubert just asked if it's going to be another 1-goal game. It's we got players back. You got some players back.
Yeah.
The smaller field, you just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Utica's figured out how to, use our field in a good way. It's going to be one of those where you have a 3-goal lead, 1-goal lead. It's just, you just never, ever know. And it seems like most of our games lately here have been 1-goal games.
Yeah.
So.
I also think look at Dan. This guy is on top of it. Seriously. I mean.
He gets paid. We don't.
I know.
We can't even get lunch, man.
Speaking of which, are you hungry?
Candy. That's why I got candy.
Would you want to go get a sandwich?
Not really.
Come on, let's go get a sandwich. Man. You can't eat that shit. That's why you look 70. Stop eating. You're 5 years younger than me. You look like you could be my uncle. What is it? It's Mickey and Uncle Gianni here.
Let me tell you a story, Mick.
We've had 150 comments. Who knows how many people have viewed this so far? I want to thank everybody. Basically did an hour show out of complete nothing. This Saturday, Utica, CQ Arena. Answer that. We're on the air. Tell them, though. Here, that's the boss. Put him on speaker. Tell him, though.
Hello.
We're on the air, and he's calling in.
We're on the air, Facebook Live.
And you're calling in, Ed. It's ridiculous. Oh, is this serious? All right. Go ahead. The boss calls. The show's over. All right, listen, everybody. I do want to remind you that the Blast take on Utica this Saturday night. It's going to be great. CQ Arena at Towson. Give a call right now, 410-73-BLAST, if you want to get tickets. You save the service charge. Going to be awesome. And we're looking forward to all of it. And we're looking forward to interacting more. We'll be on here a lot more and having a great time. So we'll see you guys soon. Matt, great to meet you. And if you'd ever like to be on the webcast, we'll hook it up. Everybody else, peace out. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a blast.